All right, people. So, beautiful Sunday. Kind of fucked up today. I don't know what I did. I I swear that I thought I started filming at the beginning of my walk. I've been talking to the camera the whole time, and it wasn't on. It wasn't. I must have been on camera instead of video and just took a picture. It looks like when I started, I just took a photo and then started walking. Kind of sucks. Missed some good stuff. There was a huge squirrel. I mean, a big squirrel that was chilling with me right up here. Actually, hung out for quite a bit before he scurried up the tree. And I was chilling with some little tiny bees. Spent like 5 minutes looking at these tiny bees harvesting goldenrod. It was really interesting. And I had a nice run. I took a different trail than I normally take to get here. And it was overgrown with a lot of stuff. And I didn't want to walk through it, all that different vegetation rubbing against my shins, getting some kind of poison ivy or bugs or something on me. So I ran and jumped it all. It was kind of fun. It was like doing hurdles or something. It was different. It was such a different start today than my normal day. And it's not recorded. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason. I don't know what it is. But something didn't want me to record that. But I kind of wish I had it. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know what? I think I'm actually going to go down. Am I going to go down here? Or the other one? Maybe I go down the other one today. Someone dug a hole. You hear that? I don't know if it'll come out. Oh, it sounds like water. It sounds like waves crashing, like ocean or something sound. It's probably the lake. I don't think that would be the bay. lake gets kind of choppy. I can hear it at my house, inside the house, even with the window open. The roar of the lake at night. Oh, there's another squirrel. Hey, buddy. They kind of disappear. They just disappear. They got good camouflage. They blend right in. Now we go down. It's wet. Muddy, kind of, almost. If you jump going down, you really make a lot more distance than you expect. That's fucking weird. Hey, my ducks are in a row. They are. Hey, guys. There's some of them cruising out. Heading out. Bunch of crazy quackers. Beautiful. So beautiful. I can hear the ducks beating their feathers, flapping their wings. Those ripples on the water. That's so much energy. Just reminds me so much of consciousness. Those ripples. Wakes left from some single point. Things always look steeper after I come down. Oh, it's so beautiful. This seems like a really good place to smoke, I would say. I was thinking about going maybe around this tree up here, right down to the water, but honestly, I kind of like the view right above these two trees that hang out over the edge. Look at the way it's just growing right across, though. It's just like out over the water. That one's partially submerged, like it's in. It's still alive. It's just got one branch in. That branch, the bottom branch of this one's hitting in a little too. Taking a dip. Dip in the bay. You can see the bottom. I mean, that water is so clear, I could see all the rocks on the bottom right there. I don't know if it'll come out on the camera, but it does. I see the bottom on the camera. I mean, you can see right to the shore, right to the bottom. It's clear. God, I love those ripples. This is just so beautiful to me. This is just like, I could sit here for hours and just look at this. I know I'm fucking weird, but it's just fucking amazing to me. I'm gonna do some smoking. I really appreciate it here. Gorilla Glue. Hey, look, it calmed. Like the water's almost placid. It's almost perfectly calm. But here comes the wind. The wind will pick it up. There it comes. How clear that is. There's something like gold. Just want to get the camera angle just right. It lights up, right? There you go. Right there, too. Right there. Looks like something like gold. Want to slant. Kind of tilted forward, just like these trees. The ground is slanted. Wow. I can't believe how nice this summer has been. Like, it's unbelievable. I've been complaining, kind of. I have the last 5, 6, 7 years. It's been so hot here. I've grown up here. I lived here in Erie my whole life, or the Erie area, within 20, 30 miles of town. And, I mean, it gets warm here, and we usually have a couple of those days or weeks in the summer, late July and August, when it's, 90 degrees and humid, and it's, like, kind of miserable. But most of our summers are usually nice. I mean, we're pretty far up north, and it's like we usually have a lot of 75 to 85 degree days, like nice, perfect, like. But we haven't. It's been really hot, like unseasonably hot the last few years, last 5 years even. Like pushing mid to upper 90s every day, sometimes even in the beginning in spring. But not this year. This year, spring felt normal. Had that nice, cool spring, like 60 to 70 degree weather, perfect, like, just like those days where in the middle of the afternoon it's 72 with the sun out, and perfect. And maybe at night it gets down to 65 or something. Like, perfect. In summer has been perfect. Almost every day it's 77. In the afternoon when I check my phone to, like, walk out here, it's so weird how many days it's been 77. I didn't actually look today. If I did, I don't remember. But it feels a little cooler than it has been. I think from the rain. I got this feeling it's probably 74, 75, 74 today, something like that. But I'll have to look. I can't check it without stopping the video. Anything I do to exit my camera forces the video to stop. I don't want to stop it. Or in fact, I wish I had the beginning of it. I'm bummed that I missed the beginning. Missed a really good squirrel sighting. Dude, he's getting small. It's the smaller end of it, too. I kind of roll him like a baseball bat. And I use these cardboard tips. This was in my pocket for 30 minutes, first 30 minutes of hiking. Like, I didn't have anything to put it in. I didn't have, like, a pack. I have little tubes and stuff to put these in. Like, I have things. But I don't know why I didn't bring it. I just put it in my pocket. I ended up having a chat with one of the neighbors next door, this woman next door, about a new air conditioner somebody had installed outside, which is unusual because we're not supposed to be allowed to have anything outside. Like the air conditioners are supposed to be like in our little utility shed on the outside. They kind of go in the wall. They're like in-wall units. So we were having a discussion about that. And I didn't notice I had this joint in my hand the whole time I was chatting with her for like 15 minutes, just sitting there. It probably smelled too. This stuff is fucking fragrant. She could probably smell it. Oh, she didn't seem to want to stop talking. It was one of them where it's like hard to walk away, kind of. Like, she was nice though. Actually, I kind of liked her. She seemed really nice. Plus, I learned that my downstairs neighbor is the president of the homeowners association. I thought she might be, but I actually at the same time, I thought she might have just been like something on the board. You know what I mean? Like there's more than just the president. I don't know all the positions. I don't pay any attention. I really don't. I've never been to one of our homeowners association meetings, and I'm an owner. I own my unit here. I should technically probably get involved in that, but I don't. I signed a thing for her. Matter of fact, for my downstairs neighbor, Marion, when it was a year ago or something, she wanted to sign up for something on the board. I said, sure, here. It made sense. She's like, I live here, and the current person doesn't live here. Well, yeah, that makes sense. It does. Here. But, yes, apparently she did something that was apparently not allowed before, and maybe it's allowed now? I don't know. I don't know how much difference it makes to me. I live upstairs. It looked to me like I'd have no way to do that anyway. Like I wouldn't have no way to do that. But yeah, our air conditioning and heating units are kind of rough here. I seem to have to fix mine almost every year, or at least every other year. Like they're like outside. Like everywhere else I live, the furnace and air conditioner like mostly in the house. Maybe the condenser for the air is outside, but the main part, the furnace is on the inside. The blower fan and everything. They're what you would see like in high rises. Like if you lived in like New York City or Chicago or something in a big tall building, that's what they have. They're like in wall units. Like they're half of them is on the outside and the other half is on the inside, like right in the wall, almost like a window unit for your air, but it's like permanently in the wall. Although it's not exactly like that. Ours go in a utility room outside, like kind of like on my balcony outside. There's a utility room. It is separate from it's in the wall of that. It's not like in the wall of my actual house, like inside my house, if you know what I mean. It goes into that little closet, half outside, half in the closet. And then there's a duct that runs from that closet, the duct through the floor right into my house. But I don't know. Like I said, it was an interesting conversation. She said hers is always broke too, and some of the other neighbors she knew of to talk to, they're always broken. So they do. She said somebody at some HVAC place told her that they were just not good to use, especially around here where we live with how harsh of winters we have and how cold it gets and stuff. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not super concerned. Honestly, this place feels temporary to me. Although, I may keep it forever because, like, look where I am. I love this. I love walking out the door. This is literally, I walk across the parking lot, and then I'm in these trails, in these woods, and at this peninsula, and this beach. Like, I think I'll keep it. I think I might move. Like, I kind of want a home outside of the city. I mean, it might even be in another state. I might move or something. Anyway, I don't know. But I think I'll keep this condo, so I always have a place here. This will always be like home, a place I can come to. That's what I think. I don't think I'll sell it. Maybe rent it. Maybe do like whatchamacallit, Airbnb or something. Like when I'm not here for a lot of time, like this huge tourist area. There are Airbnbs right where I live, other units, and right in the same exact one as mine. I see them on there. They go for up to like, I think they're like $1,200 a week. So, I mean, Yeah. I could pay a mortgage for a house, right? I could get another house and maybe rent that 1 week out of each month. 12, 12 weeks a year or something would almost cover another mortgage for buying me another home. So I don't think it's good to sell it. Property is good to keep, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital property, people. I know a lot of people aren't into crypto, especially in the spiritual world that I focus on a lot. But I'm telling you, I think people might be wrong about Bitcoin in the spiritual world, the ones that think it's like evil. I think the Federal Reserve is the ones you have to worry about. I think money is a tool, and it's a necessity. It's a tool no different than a hammer, than a gun, than anything. It's not evil. It's an inanimate object. Like, it's in itself is not evil, but the person who wields it can be evil. The intent with it can definitely be evil. And the evil you wish to remove is from men, not from money or from inanimate objects. It's not the evil. It is just a tool. Money is a very useful tool. Even if we were to basically have like anarchy, you'd still eventually have some kind of barter system for the most part. Even if you were charitable to everyone who could not provide for themselves, like if nobody got left out, which I agree with, and I think in a way that we kind of have that. Some people won't take advantage of it. That's their own free will. But we do kind of have that, honestly. But if you had that kind of world, you would still need, like, money would just be a tool. You would need a ledger. You'd be like, well, I need I need this tooth pulled. This guy's a dentist and does dentistry, but he doesn't, maybe you grow corn. He doesn't want corn, so, but, like, are you going to give him, like, 100 pounds of corn to pull your tooth or whatever it is that he doesn't want, and then he's got to hold that and store it? It's like, that's just, you understand this. I don't need to explain it. That's what money is for. It's simply a ledger, a store of your labor or what you did, like a credit, so to keep track. It is literally the barter system, a tool used for the barter system. And to simplify it and make it easier and to make it more just a smoother transaction and process. It's almost a necessity in it. And the people that control the ledger right now do it behind closed doors without being audited and without answering to anybody, and they're not elected by anyone. I mean, I think that's a myth. Most people assume that the government creates the money and they're somehow in control of that, and they think that, like, the people they elect are somehow, in control of our money as a country, or almost any country, really, for that matter. And they're not. It is a private bank. Private banks own the Federal Reserves. Look into them. Look them up. Go to the Federal Reserve. Look at the About Us. Look at who owns it, who they are. It's public information. And they might answer to some people, to Congress, and have some hearings and do things and stuff, but they're not, they're a private institution. They're not really answering to you and me, to the voter. That's not their job. That's not what you think. And he who controls the money controls everything. That's the top of the pyramid, people. Like, that is the very top of it. That controls, if you can print the money, you control everything. You can make things scarce, you can make things plentiful, anything you want. Like, you literally control everything. There's just no way around it. You control the price of what things are. You control the cutoff line for who eats and who doesn't eat. Who can afford the rent and who can't. Like, it's just like it is the ultimate, it is the top of the control structure pyramid. And it is the thing that seems to not want you to focus on. They don't teach you that in school, unless school has changed. I mean, I admit I'm getting up there in age, but when I went to school, and most of the people I know and have talked about this stuff to, even that are a little younger than me and went to school, they don't teach you about the bank or the Federal Reserve and how money is created, how that works and where it comes from, like how it really is created, and what it's like. Not many people know. If you ask people, you'll get a variety of answers. Some people think it's backed by something like gold, or like, there's just so many. You'll see. Ask around. That's another good thing about Bitcoin. Bitcoin will teach you what money is. Like, if you understand Bitcoin, you'll understand the tool that money is and what it does and how useful it is. And you'll also start to understand that it's the best iteration of it ever created, because it's the first one that you didn't have to trust a middleman and could not be manipulated. That's Mankind has never had that. It's a tool mankind has been using since as far as recorded history. We've never had one that couldn't be manipulated by the powers that be or that are in control of the population. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But I mean, I'm saying I don't know for sure. Like, I'm not 100% on nothing, but I think it's a good thing. It's anarchy in its simplest form, like in its purest form. If you're an anarchist, that's anarchy. It's money that's ran by us, the people. I can go home and start up a Bitcoin node, and I'm part of the network, verifying transact like as anybody can. That's why you can't shut it down. There's no central point of failure. Like, there's no government can shut it down. It's just like the file sharing stuff. It's no different than getting a BitTorrent. There's just no way to stop it. Any two people go up and get the software, download the code, and can run it, and they can connect to each other and start sharing. So like there's no way you have to stop everybody. You have to get rid of the internet. And even then, there's ways around that. Honestly, if you look into Bitcoin, it doesn't even need internet. Bitcoin can be handled offline. You can literally write out the transactions on paper and pencil and do the math and verify stuff your own. It can be done. And radio. There's people that do it that can sync nodes with a simple like AM, FM type radio signal, like regular like radio. Because it doesn't need much. But I don't know. I feel like Bitcoin has something to do with me too, in my weird story, whatever my own story is here, because when I started learning back in like 2011, 2012, getting heavily into those like zeitgeist movies and stuff, and started really learning about how money is created and the Federal Reserves and the federal banking systems around the world, and, looking into all that stuff, I started thinking that why don't we have a way? Like, I immediately was thinking that, and computers and stuff, and like that was where my brain went. I was like having dreams about it and stuff. And all of a sudden, like one day I wake up and it's like Bitcoin is on the news. Like it's like, it was, and I was late. It was like it was in 2013. I think it was like October of 2013. It was starting to go up to like $600 or something from nothing, from pennies, and, and it made news. And I didn't know how I missed it or where it came from. How could I not have heard of it? For like a year or two now, I've been looking into this money and needing like new money and like anarchist type money, and that's what this is. And it was like came from like IRC. Like most of the people that were doing it, they were into the chat rooms in IRC where I hung out, and have friends that are like the admins of the network, because we've been doing that shit since the early 90s. It just doesn't make any sense that me and my friends missed it, especially a lot of the people I talked to at the time, how heavily into computers and technology and the internet that they were. It's like it just came out of nowhere. But I got into it right then, right? And it just seemed like something that we needed. It seemed like in order to actually like get free from the people in control, like the people need control of their own money. They need to use whatever tool that they're going to use to barter with. That ledger needs to be not under the control of somebody and able to be manipulated and printed at will, diluted. I mean, if you print a bunch of money and give it to yourself or your friend, you decrease the value of all the rest of it, because now it's not as scarce. There's more of it, so it's easier to obtain. Like, there's more of it. And you did it out of thin air with nobody earned it. Like, it's not, you didn't add anything. You're only taking, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot, because it actually makes the worth less for everybody else. That's why it keeps costing more to go to the grocery store. It's being taken from you and given, they decide, I mean, unless you want them to, unless you think it's cool for the government to distribute everybody's wealth and income and stuff and how they see fit. If that's what you believe, then actually Bitcoin might not be for you. which I think there might be some merit to that argument. I won't completely deny. Like I said, I'm not 100% on anything. All I know is I don't know nothing. I do the best I can. I make the judgments from my heart. Like from my heart, it feels right to have something that is ours. I wish there was a way we could get rid of money completely. I wish there was a way we could learn how to do like magic and just like bread out of thin air, fish out of thin air, like Jesus, like that would be to me the ultimate goal. Just live in like the magical forest out here, laughter and peace and love, and like no worries or stress at all, like heaven type of world. Now that would be the ultimate. But there's different ways to think. Like I'm focused on the current world reality, I guess, that we live in. The way we do things, Bitcoin seems like a good thing, a good step in the right direction. Anyway, but I do want to work on the magic. I'm telling you, I think the magic can be real too. I do. I mean, I'm weird and crazy, but I think the magic can be real. It is possible. I mean, this looks like magic right here. Like this, where I'm standing right, like this, to me, this feels like magic. It looks magical. Think of this, like how is this all created? Look at this stuff. It's a crazy creation. It's magical. I dropped my joint, but I caught it. Barely. I think I'm gonna fire it back up and then get back up this hill. I'm really babbling. Pretty high, that's probably why. I love the sound of the ducks. I just love it down here, I guess. I don't know. I don't even feel the complete solitude when I bring my camera. Like I feel like there's people with me when I talk to the camera. I think that's why I do it. Kind of feels like I'm with you guys. I'm here, like you're here. Like I'm sharing it. I was getting this weird empty feeling a lot. I was coming here a lot before I started the film too, but it felt like I was starting to feel like these things, like my experiences, are they real? If nobody else observes it but me, like did they really even happen? Like I'm the only observer. Like, I was just having this weird feeling to share like this experience with somebody, at least one other conscious being. So, but then I think I started just filming, and I think that does it for me. It's better than just being completely alone. Although I still have those days where I just feel like being completely alone and silent. That's when I don't want to talk. Like I really want to just be silent. I do that quite a bit. But like I say, sometimes it's nice to feel like you're not alone. I mean, we're never alone. You're connected to everything. When you think about it, like you can't be alone. It's just, you can't. Like, you're everything is connected. You're part of everything here. So, you're always, in a way, it's just like, it's kind of like the Bible. Like you say, like you're always loved, like God. Like God is the whole entire entity. Like the all, the one, all of us. You're never alone. You're like a drop of this water. You could maybe be like a drop, but you're part of the whole sea. Like you're not separate. You're separate yet whole, completely part of the whole. That's a good way to think if you ever feel lonely. Meaning just talk to yourself like I'm doing. Just talk to yourself. And remind yourself that you're everything, that you are a part of everything. Like you are. You're connected to everything. You're infinite. Your energy. You can't be destroyed. You can't be created. If you can't be destroyed or created, then you're infinite. You've always been and always will be. Your energy is just that. As far as I know. Like I said, I don't know nothing, no, for sure. But that sure makes a lot of sense, and it sure agrees with all our science. I ain't got to make no stretch to make that argument or that comparison. It makes a lot of sense to me. And it feels right in my heart. So, I mean, sometimes you got to have some faith. Never 100%, but I do have faith. And that's something I just believe. I have faith in, like, I know it. I just know it in my heart, in my gut. I know it. Some things I just know. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I just know. But I've learned that the things I just know seem to always be. So. I'll sit down on my phone a sec. Clean off my hands. Had to get a little dirty. That's alright. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. Bye, ducks. Sounds like they're saying goodbye. It's good to see them again. It's like 3 or 4 days in a row. My ducks are in a row. Look at that tree. Old. I think it's dead. It's big. It's gonna fall. It is dead. There's no leaves. That sucker falls down that hill. Whew. That's gonna be a crash. People should probably... There's like some campers down there at the bottom right here. Like there's like actual campers, little mobile. They look like they're right there. I don't know if it'd reach. Somebody should, somebody whose job that is, the tree cutter guys, measure that shit or something. See how far, if it tilts, if it falls over that way, how close it would be to hitting that stuff. They might want to bring it down intentionally if it's gonna land on people. Tim Hortons. All right, people. Don't throw your garbage out on the trails. If you're out, I mean, that might be an accident. If it's an accident, you know, they happen. But I see a lot of it out here. If you're out on the trails, out in nature, outside, you know, just don't throw your stuff on the ground. Find a garbage. Some respect. I mean, especially like if you're out somewhere like this, like you're out enjoying these trails, like you're out enjoying it yourself. If you ruin it, why would you? Do you want garbage all over? What's up with you? Huh? What are you thinking? Storage low. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I wanted a nice picture here. There are people. Storage is low. Hello. Nice 360. Maybe a little up there. Storage low. Storage low. We know. We know. The storage is low. This we know. It is going to shut off soon. Storage is low. I thought I cleaned it up. I thought I made a lot of room. You know what? I think I just uploaded a few videos and then deleted them, but like always, I think I forgot to empty the trash. Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. Yakety yak, don't talk back. I'm listening to a lot of old music lately. I mean, real old, like a lot older than me, like stuff from way before I was born. Probably grandparent type, my grandparents' era type stuff. Older than my parents even, a lot of it, probably, well, some of it probably my parents' era, but I'm thinking I'm going even back a little further. I listen to so much music. Grunge is probably, I'm gonna say like grunge might be my top one, but I don't even know anymore. It was for a long time. It probably is, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I listen to a lot of Grateful Dead too, like a lot. I do. And I like a lot of 80s type music too. I really like the 80s. Kind of stuck in that era a lot. And I just love rock and roll, especially the classics, like from the 60s and 70s and 80s. I listen to everything though. I listen to rap. I listen to jazz. I listen to literally anything. Classical music even on some days. I will.